Happy Free Workout Friday! For today's workout, all you need is one dumbbell. We will start with squat and dumbbell toss. You can also do this with a kettlebell, and if you don't have either, you could grab anything around the house. Squat down and bring the dumbbell in between the legs. Bring it up to shoulder height and toss it to the other hand. Start this off nice and slow and make sure that you grasp the dumbbell tightly so that you don't fly it across the room. You'll feel this in your shoulders, quads, glutes, and core. Perform 10. Next up, plie squat. Hold the dumbbell in front of your body. Legs should be wider than hip width apart, toes pointed outwards. Keep your upper body nice and tall and initiate the movement with the legs. Try not to fold forward too much and bring the dumbbell down. Let the legs do the movement. Next up, dumbbell twist. This is for the core and shoulders. Hold the dumbbell out at shoulder height and twist from side to side. Initiate the twist with the core from the navel. You can pivot on the foot to get a bigger range of motion. Next up, standing tricep extension. Stand up nice and tall, feet hip width apart. Bring the dumbbell overhead. Elbows will be nice and tight towards the side of the head. Fold at the elbows, bring the dumbbell behind the head, and extend up fully. 10 in total. Next exercise, a reverse lunge with a pulse and leg lift. Step back so that there's a 90-degree angle in the front and back leg. Do not let the back leg knee touch the ground. Make sure you can always see your toes in front of your knee on the front leg. Pulse through the heel. Lift up using core. Perform 10 on each side. Next up will be a dumbbell deadlift with an upright row. Hinge from the hips with a flat back. Soft bend in knees. Feet wider than hip width apart. Bring the dumbbell down as low as you can. Nice and tight to your legs. Stand up nice and tall. Row upwards, leading with the elbows to shoulder height. Perform 10 of these in a row. Next up, lying hamstring curl with a dumbbell. Lay flat on your stomach with the dumbbell in between the feet. Curl the dumbbell towards the hips. Make sure to squeeze the dumbbell nice and tight. You will also feel this in your calves and maybe a little bit in your lower back. Perform 10 to 15 of these. Next up, we're going to sit up for a V-sit Russian twist with the dumbbell. Balancing on your sits bones, mimicking the letter V in your body. You could have your legs out straight or your heels down on the ground. Keep the dumbbell a little bit farther than Next step, we're going to go into a plank. Hands directly under shoulders, long line from the crown of the head all the way down to the heels. You can modify this by coming down to your knees into a low plank. Pick up the dumbbell and bring it to the other side. Keep alternating the dumbbell from side to side. This will work your shoulders, your arms, your core, your chest, your legs, your whole body. Keep that belly button in towards the spine and make sure that you're not piking your hips up in the ground. Also try not to dump your head down too much. Always look forward a couple inches to a couple feet. Next step, standing cross body hammer curls. With the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, curl the dumbbell across the body, keeping it nice and tight. Really squeeze the bicep on the way up and fully extend on the way down. Try to keep an equal amount of time for the pull up towards the pull down, so concentric and eccentric phase. 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Next exercise, you're going to lay flat on your back with the dumbbell overhead. You're going to do an alternating leg raise with the dumbbell. Bring the dumbbell up towards the toes, intending for them to meet. Keep alternating from side to side, bringing the shoulder blades off the ground. Again, always do the best that you can. And if you need to modify, you can always keep a bend in each leg. And you don't even really need the dumbbell. Just do your best and let that be enough. Next step, dumbbell pullover. Laying flat on your back. I like to keep my legs bent so that my lower back is flat to the ground. Bring the dumbbell back with straight arms until you cannot see it. Pull it straight over the chest and then all the way back. You'll feel this in your chest and a little bit in your lats and core. Do 10 in total. Next step, squat and shoulder press. Sit back in the hips down to 90 degrees. Bring the dumbbell in between the legs. When you're up nice and tall, perform a bicep curl and then up straight into a shoulder press. Keep the spine neutral, always look forward. Perform 10 squats and shoulder press on each side. Thanks for working out with me. Take 30 seconds to 1 minute off and then repeat 2 to 3 times. Happy Friyay. Peace out.